Hey YouTube, it's me here, Daniel. Um, I'm just doing this video before I do a little bit of reading and chill out, and then after do my reading, chill out and go to sleep. So all my work clothes and like work clothes as well as just a couple of things I wear around the home. I've just chucked in the washing, so this is an update thing. It's not a real update, but where's my towels? It's basically my shirts to wear out when okay, we've got these hoodies up here just to chill out around home as well as take to work sometimes, but this is it. There's a couple of jeans shirts I told you guys about, then a couple of Oblex ones. This is a Swan Dry. So this week, just to let you know, I've been spending my money on books and takeaways when it comes to spending money to get clothes. But here's all my, here's all my shorts and stuff. Just like stuff like this. And I've got a few others. And here's a burgundy one. And that's for my working out stuff as well as other things. Like I've got this one here for working out, but I'm just chilling out. And it's all my work clothes were new, but this week, I was like, nah, we're not spending money on books and takeaways. I'll spend them on clothes. So got a couple of dress pants. I purchased them online, and I'll pick them up when I get there because I wanted to do sort some other things financially. I saved another 200 because before I was the years gone by, I used to be like, no, I was like a real, well, it's weird, I was real stingy, but at the same time, I used to, in comparison to how I've been past year, I used to drink quite a bit, but I could stop when I wanted to. But I just, I still used to go out and spend at least $100 a week at the pub, so I don't do that now. When was it 2019, I made the rule was I could only drink once a week. So I would have a night when I did that. Before then, I used to drink like 2 or 3 times a week. 2020, the rule I set for myself was once a month, and I successfully did that. I successfully changed it to once a month, and this year it is occasionally, and even last year, in that second half of the year, there was a couple of times, or like after the first 4 months, there was a couple of times when I lasted 3 months without it, and then I got invited somewhere, and you know. But this year it's an occasional thing. So the next time I really have a drink will be when I get out of debt. And I used to, now obviously I had to come to this region because I went no contact with my family, but where I came from was like a big town. They call it a city by global standards, but it's a big town. Where I stay now is about 5 times the size in population, but it's the same landmass. So that gives you an idea. And the thing is when I was at a job full-time casual, which is weird, but I was there for 3 years. After 6 months, the whole term full-time casual didn't bother me anymore because they could tell me any day, no work today, or no work ever again, or whatever. But I'd been there 6 months. Not one week did I not get 5 days, at least 5 days work. And in that time period, there was a couple of times I got 6, and it was about 4 or 5 times, maybe more, around there. Then in their 3 years I was there, I actually worked 7 days, and there was other times I worked 6, other 5. But then when I went no contact with my family, people started asking me, have you got back in contact with your family? And it turned out that some people I was working with knew them, and then after a couple of months or handful of months of no contact, they started not giving me work. I got 12 days work in the space of 2 months, and then what a radical change when I was getting at least 5 days work every week, you know. So and then I ended up getting a 5 week work assignment, and then all these other people started talking about, you know, because my father was actually a multiple time regional golfing champion. That's the truth. So, you know, he's a regional golfing champion, ran his own building business, and, you know, he liked to go out to pubs and stuff like that, and he was always nice to everyone else, so a lot of people knew him. So I ended up getting dropped from that job after 2 weeks and came down here, and by the time I had got a full-time job, I was 1,800 in debt, but I had scored by, oh no, that was full-time job as well as permanent accommodation, because I had to rely on Airbnb for over a month, 6 weeks, and went down to 1,300. Went down to 1,300, and then the All Blacks tickets came out. So I said, you know what, Dan? It's only 4 games you wanted to see in your whole entire life. 2 of them are happening this year. Get them. So, and then I spent the next week taking it back down to 1,300. So, yeah, this week it'll be. I got the 2 dress pants. Next week is going to be another 2 decent pair of pants I can wear uptown. That's not shorts, long track pants. And the week after that, I'm going to get me 2 decent tops, you know, not t-shirts but tops, and then give me a couple of decent jackets the week after that. So yeah, this week I was thinking, man, you know, if we do this, it's going to take a whole month. There's this song I was going to talk about, you know, because I've got 6 minutes left, you know. So yeah, the first week, get 2 decent dress pants. The next week is going to get 2 decent tops, you know, and then 2 decent like pants that are not dress, and the week after that will be 2 decent tops, and then the week after that 2 decent jackets. But at the same time, I actually got a Taekwondo club, and I had a training session with them. Then I ended up getting a full-time job, but it was in somewhere other part, half an hour away. So at this other Taekwondo club, we've had 1 session, so soon enough we're going to have to buy a Thai box, so I get that too. So yeah, yes, I've done pretty well with the alcohol there. Okay, I got 8 bottles in there, like 4% ones, but you know, yes, that'll last a long time. There's a song, if you want to talk a modern version of a toxic breakup, real toxic breakup. And the singer's name is Olivia. Forgot her second name because I don't want to stop this and then go have a look and then, you know, have 2 parts to this. And it's a hit song that came out a couple of months ago, and it's called Good For You. It's talking about how, he's all over her and he seems to be happy and stuff, but she is saying, good for you, and she's in emotional turmoil, and she's crying on the floor, and she wants revenge. So, you know, they're coming right out in the open. They're not holding anything back. That song's clearly saying, like, oh yeah, this is exactly how I feel about that, and I'm not holding back. You know, I'm tearing it up. It's got pictures of her setting her room on fire, and everything's going in chaos after her ex no longer cares about her, and he's gone on with his career and other things, and so therefore that's what the whole song is about. She got dumped by her ex, and he's forgotten about her, gone on with his life, succeeding in his career and stuff, and it's got her throwing things around the room and screaming and saying, oh well, you know what, like, fuck you, because it's like it never happened. And then it shows her burning the house down in her, you know, in the music video. So, and there's always 2 sides to the story, but you know, keep it aware. So yeah, no, that's where my spending money goes now for the next month. it was alcohol for years, but then the last year it's been books and takeaways. Now it's going to be clothes, because I wonder what it is. But there was like 6 books I wanted to read, because I read about over 20 books in 2 years, and I listened to another 20 audiobooks just to my discoveries about all these different, like, politics, spiritual stuff. I listened to the Quran, I listened to Satanic Bible, I listened to the Bible because I heard it all before and stuff. Listened to a couple of Norse audiobooks, a couple of Celtic, and just came to my own conclusions. So we'll see what's in these books, because there's 4 of them, and I purchased the 5th one, and the 5th one is about the spirit and the meaning behind Celtic mythology, so I can decide whether it's for me or Norse. Because I used to get hard out into the Māori mythologies, but it just wasn't for me. We have, ladies and gentlemen, the Morrigan Pagan Portals. The Morrigan. Yes. We have entry number 2 out of 4. There we go. A Havamal. This is, I like Havamal. I listened to the audio book a couple of times now, and it's like, man, I just got to have that book in my lap. That Celtic one is still yet to come, and I also want to get the Shiva Sutras, but I haven't bought that yet. Get my clothes first. This is the Prozetta. Book Depository. And the Poetic Edda. So we've got those 4, and I'm also reading this. So I'm definitely got my Cure reading. And I got the that Celtic Gods and Goddesses one on the way. And I don't know when I'm going to get the Shiva Sutras, because I want to get my clothes. You know, I've got the 2 dress pants I'm going to pick up in a couple of days. Next week's going to be either 2 decent pants that aren't dress pants. And then next week after that, 2 decent tops. After that, 2 decent jackets. As well as got to get my dobok for Taekwondo. So that's where my money's going in future times. Yeah, but yeah, set up that song, Good For You, by Olivia. I forgot her last name, but the stage name is Olivia something. And the song came out 2 months ago. It's on Pop Hits. Good For You. It's about a breakup. Go search it up.